Aloha and welcome to Knitted Paradise, where the needles are clicking and the yarn is squishy. My name's Lucia, and I'm your hostess, and you can find me online as Pearl of the Pacific. I'm mostly on Ravelry and Instagram. I now have a group on Instagram called Knitted Paradise, so come join. We have very few members, so I'd like to have some more so we can have some, community discussion. I think I'm the only one who's posted in it, so post some things. Anyway, let's get started. That was my welcome. Emily of Fibertown decided to call this Podcast in a Hat Week. So this is the hat I wore today out and to work and shopping and things. So I decided I'd start with it and move to a different hat for every section. Just because I can. I don't have that many knitted hats, so it's about one per section is about right. So, switch hats now. Alright, knit hat number 2. Actually, this is knit hat number 1. This is just hat number 2. This was the first hat I knit for myself. I think it's out of Berroco something or other. It's really warm. Just simple. I think it's the Pearl Soho simple beanie of some sort. Anyway, that's not what you're here for. So this is on the island. I thought it was appropriate because it's ocean blue on the island. Let's see. I have pulled some things out of hibernation or that were resting on the hammock. So we've got some new old things on the needles. We have the Manic Panic Cowl by Sarah Core out of Claudia Handmades in Raspberry, Deep Blue, and Scout's Honor. And I don't know if you remember what it looked like last time, but I was, I think, down here. So I've knit quite a few rows, and it's a long way around. It's 400 stitches, I think, or upwards of that. So it's a simple linen stitch cowl, and every 2 rows I'm changing color. I have the cat on my lap, and he thinks that these strands are for playing with. No, no, Pan. No. These need to go back in the bag. So this is kind of mindless knitting that I've been, taking with me places because I can just work on it and not have to pay attention. Except to change colors every other row, but I have like 800 plus stitches before you have to change color. It's not a problem. So that's been worked on this week, and the other 2 things that I really worked on this week are done. So yeah. And but I've been pulling, we'll go over the things that have been in the hammock, coming out of the hammock. I have the Bunny by Susan B. Anderson in her toy book. I need to switch over to double point needles and get stuffing and put the pellets in the bottom and all this stuff, but it's out of hibernation now and will now be worked on hopefully this weekend because my friend had her baby, so I want to give her her toy. So that's that. I will throw that over there. What else have I pulled out? Oh, the Audrey triple wrap shawl. Where is that? Here it is. It is in this bag. I've been moving things around in different bags, so. Oh. And that's all that I had of that. But the needles, which were on a different project, are now free. So I'm going to probably just knit it onto this one because it's a shorter cable for now, and when it grows, I'll put it back on the longer cable. But that's that. So that'll start to get worked on, and that's out of Madelinetosh Prairie in the Windowpane colorway, which is this gorgeous seafoam teal kind of color. It's totally my color and I love it. So those are the things that have gotten worked on or will get worked on in the near future. So next we have Set Sail. This is my next knit hat, which is, I don't even know what pattern this is. I have to look on my pattern page on Ravelry, but it's this crazy maze pattern that was really complicated to figure out, and It's not quite long enough. I have to pull it down over my ears. It's a double brim thing, so it's 2 layers, so it keeps your ears warm if you can pull it down far enough. And it's out of 100% alpaca. But they've got, like, they pulled out all the long stuff, so it's not as scratchy. It's really awesome. It's really warm and really soft. Anyway, I like that hat. Set sail. We have the ambrosia socks, which you saw last time, that had about that much on them. And I finished those on Friday, washed and blocked them, and mailed them yesterday to the person that they need to go to with the rest of that sock order. So I don't have them with me. I don't know where my phone went, or I'd show you a picture. Oh, here's my phone. Let's see if I can pull a picture real fast. They are on my Ravelry project page. They were out of the Loopy You Seasoning series in Gothic Sweetheart. So here are the finished socks. And then here's kind of a close-up. It's pinks and maroons and black. It's got this pretty slip stitch pattern. You can't really see the colors from screen to screen, but you get the idea. Those are done and mailed. Those actually went really fast. Joe was really happy because they needed to be done pronto. So those are done. Next, I finished my Gateway to Fall Shawl Mystery Knit Along. And because I'm way behind, I was on clue 5, and it was 8 had already come out, which was the final one. So I finished that. I don't know where I was last time, maybe here. So, dun, 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 dun. I have woven in the ends on the back, but I want to block it before I cut them off. So they're still hanging on the back, but that's what it looks like. You can kind of see the whole thing. But as you can see, the lace grows in the purple. And this is Leading Men Fiber Arts in Royalty, which is the purple pan, no. And London Fog is the gray. And it's got this like applied border. You knit to the end and you cast on stitches, and then you knit this way, and then you like purl 2 together every other thing, and then it's a really cool thing. And when it blocks, it'll look, I've seen pictures of other people's blocked out ones and they look really pretty. I'm gonna block mine tonight after I show it to you guys, but I wanted to show it before I blocked it, because it's kind of hard to show when it's pinned out and everything on the podcast. So that is done. I'm excited. Maybe I'll wear that next week. Some people have put a button on the side, because one of the sides has this yarn over all the way down it, so it's like a buttonhole the whole way around. So you put a button on the one side, and then you just like, you can wear it like that, or you know, like this, or something. You know, you can also use a shawl pin there. But so very cool. I'm excited about that. You can see all the ends. I wove them all in, but I'm gonna block it and then cut them. So that's that. And I have one more thing. Finally finished the irregular stripe socks. Ta-da! Screensaver's starting to go. These are the irregular stripe socks by Fnugg. F-N-U-G-G. Anyway, they're out of String Theory Colorworks Continuum Self-Striping in Ultraviolet. And if you remember last time, I had finished, this is my first afterthought heel, because I wanted to keep the stripes right. So I knit, you know, knit and like put in my waist yarn and knit the rest, and then I had taken it out and knit the heel but it was really tight through here. And you know, I put, because the person who's getting these wears the same size I do, so I put them on and it was really pulling through here. So I figured out a way today. I picked up the all the way around on the other sock, and I picked up extra stitches in here and kind of knit back and forth a couple short rows in here, and then I did the same thing on the other side. And yeah, so it gave a little extra fabric right here, which is what I needed. And then I did, you know, the normal decreases, and my Kitchener is much better this time. I actually did it correctly. Last time, I don't know what happened, but it was terrible. I think it was inside out because it was purled instead of knit. It was bad. So I fixed that, and they're much better. So those are done. I'm going to have to soak those and block them. I just put them on sock blockers to show you. But I'm going to do that right after this, but I thought I'd show them and then get them soaking wet. So I will have a blocking party. So that's that. Next we have On the Horizon. Alright, this is the next hat. This I knit this year in spring. I knit it. It's a the lined beanie by Heather of Highland Handmades, Fiberista Files, all that stuff. And it's got 2 layers. So there's a layer that starts here and comes down, and then you purl a row so that it turns easily, and then knit. And I decided to do striping between the green that you saw in the last hat, and then the cream is Malabrigo Rios in the natural colorway. And I love Malabrigo Rios. It's one of my favorite. And so yeah, it's very warm because it's alpaca and wool, and it's awesome. And On the Horizon, I have the Tintern Abbey socks by Brenda Dane. And those are going to be out of the yarn I showed last week, which was the Downton Abbey colorway for Dowager Countess. Sorry, I'm distracted. And it's the really, really dark purple. It's really pretty, and they're going to be for my best friends for Christmas, so I'm gonna have to, I can knit. I've been knitting socks in 5 days, so I'm not too concerned about starting those right away. I've been trying to finish some other stuff. My main thing was to finish these socks before I cast on, because I wanted to use the same needles. So those are done. Next, and then after that I will do the Collie Wobbles, which is by Emily Fibertown, for myself. So finally get myself some socks. I haven't knit myself socks in a long time. And after that is some more baby knitting. My cousin is having a baby any day now, really, a little baby boy. They're naming him Avery. Their last name starts with a Z, so his initials will be AZ, which I think is kind of awesome. So that's what's up next for me. And I just realized I didn't tell you guys what this is. This is, my husband's really into Lego, so we have a lot of Lego, and right now we have the Harry Potter Lego up. So this is the burrows from Harry Potter. I can get it out from behind. But it's really cool. So this is the front of the burrows. Ta-da! And then you have little pig pen over here on the side. Little pig in it. And then, oh, there's hair on it. It's inevitable around here. There is, ooh, let's put the cherries back in the plate. Got bumped out when I was carrying it. There's a full interior. So you have the Weasley family and Harry in their kitchen eating and all the things. And then you've got Hedwig up here. One of the bedrooms, it's got bunk beds. And then there's another room up top. Very cool. Pan is very interested in it. So that's the burrows. Ta-da! We have also the castle on top of our bookshelf up there, which is why I'm looking over there. And we have the Hogwarts Express, the train, also on the bookshelf, which is very cool. It actually only comes with 3 cars. It comes with like the engine and a car for like what would be a coal car if it wasn't run by magic, and then a student car. And my husband was so awesome, he got parts to make 2 more student cars, so we have 3 student cars, because you know the train just doesn't have 1, you have to have more than that. So my adventure next is to motorize it. I don't know if I've told you guys, my degree in undergrad was mechanical engineering, and so I like to play with things like motors and trains and moving parts. So it's an adventure yet to come. But yeah. All right. Last section, from the mainland. All right, last hat is the Scallops hat, and it's done out of the same natural Malabrigo Rios and some purple. It's not looking very purple, but it is very purple, and I knit this to match the coat that I wore at our wedding, which was in January, because it's January and it was cold, and so I got a nice long purple coat because our colors were cobalt blue and deep purple. So I made this hat to go with that coat. I didn't wear it at the wedding, I made it in the springtime, but I wore it with I wear the coat with a white or a cream scarf that I got actually as a present for being a bridesmaid in one of my best friend's weddings, and so I knit this to go with it. Anyway, enough about the hat. From the mainland. The only thing I got this week was from my Doctor Who swap partner. And this is some Knit Picks Bear that she hand dyed herself. So I don't know what I'm going to call this colorway, but it's gorgeous and I love it. And it's totally my colors. So it's got little flecks of yellow in it, which is really kind of fun. I don't know if you can really see that on the camera. So there you can kind of see it's a little bit of little flecks of yellow and green, but it's mostly this teal color. So that's what I got. But I wanted to show some other yarn because if I don't order anything, I like to show something from Stash. And it kind of goes along with what's up next, because I got this at I went to Yarn Con, which is something they have in April in Chicago. And this is from Colorbug Yarns. And it's like every color. It's got browns and purple and yellow and green and orange, and that's it. And I knit myself a pair of flip top fingerless mittens out of it, and I have a bunch left over, so I'm going to double this with some Cascade Heritage in green and make a hippo for my cousin's little boy, Avery. Not Avery. That's my other cousin's daughter's name. Aiden. They're naming him Aiden, not Avery. Gosh, I'm silly. My other cousin has a daughter named Avery. And this cousin is having a son named Aiden. I'll get it right one day. Anyway, so those are going to be up on the needle soon. But I found this cute little hippo in the same book the bunny comes from. And so it was too cute. I was like, someone is getting this hippo. When I have a kid, it will have this hippo because it's so adorable. But I needed 2 strands, so I did. I was like, I'll use this since I don't really know what else I'll use it for. It's kind of it's kind of boyish colors, but it's got enough other stuff that it's not just boy colors. So, and then the green adds just a solid to it, which is nice. I think that's it. My friend the Hale was my mechanical engineering. I got a degree in mechanical engineering and I got a minor in dance. So I used both sides of my brain. It was fun. It was nice to have that like really technical stuff and then the not so technical stuff to go along with it. So it was fun. It was a fun experience in college. I enjoyed it. Anyway, you're probably bored listening to me blabber on about my schooling. But yeah, that's it. So have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourself. Yes, today's Wednesday the 27th, so tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I'm sorry I'm so late recording this week, but Monday, as you know, if you watched the special Doctor Who episode, I went to the special 50th anniversary episode airing in the theater near me. Showing in a theater near you. And because we don't have cable, so that was my way to watch it. We did find a way to watch it online afterward. Anyway. But yeah, so that was where I was Monday, which is my normal recording day. Hopefully I'll be back to Mondays for a while. So this will be a shorter week. But hopefully I'll have lots of knitting time over the weekend. We're going to a friend's house, family friend's house for Thanksgiving. This is actually the family I lived with when I moved to the area for the first like 3 or 4 months. And then I found my own place with some roommates and then I got married. So now I live in this apartment. And yeah, so we're going to go over to their house. So my husband's making an apple pie and I'm making some gluten and dairy-free dressing. I mean stuffing, but it's not being stuffed in the turkey, so sometimes it's called dressing. It's not salad dressing, it's like stuffing dressing. I don't know, anyway. It's good stuff. It's got kale and collard greens and cornbread, and I've made it pretty much every year for all the Thanksgivings I go to, so it's kind of my standard thing to bring for Thanksgiving. It's really good. I always end up with tons of leftovers, though. So it's good because you always end up with tons of leftover turkey, so they go together well. Anyway, have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family and friends, and I hope you get lots of knitting and sleeping time in. I know that's what I'll be doing. And yeah, stuff around the house and enjoying friends and family, because that's, I feel like, what Thanksgiving is for, being thankful for your friends and family and your knitting, of course. So take care, and I will see you soon. Bye!